second highest official po natin, ang tingin po ay beyond or above po sa batas. Hindi po ito magandang modelo, Mr. Speaker, sa ating mga kabataan. Hindi po exemption, hindi po special ang Vice President. Hindi po in line sa intent ng House ang proposal ng OVP na manghingi ng confidential fund for 2024. It would be prudent for the House to reject the proposal of the OVP. Before pala ako mag-proceed sa aking questions, gusto ko lang i-point out na last year, nung tinanong po natin dito din sa plenaryo, bakit may ilang mga innovative and unique projects ang OVP nung past OVP, tapos ngayon po ay tinigil, ang naging sagot po sa atin, dahil daw ang mga proyekto na yon ay ginagawa na ng ibang mga ahensya. Pero ngayon, Mr. Speaker, kahit may mga projects na redundant, ang justification naman, dahil daw kailangan at magko-coordinate naman with other agencies. Sige, Mr. Speaker, ito na rin ang magiging unang tanong ko. Wala po bang tiwala ang OVP sa kakayahan ng mga departments to perform their mandate? Kaya kailangan gawing redundant ang mga proyekto.
Sir Speaker, Your Honor, on contrary, the Office of the Vice President is supportive to all agencies of the Executive Department. And in fact, it supports all the programs and projects of the Executive Department. And by having several programs under the Office of the Vice President does not mean na walang tiwala ang Office of the Vice President. In fact, it's working as complementary to whatever the offices of these departments from the Executive Department is doing, Sir Speaker, Your Honor.
Which means, Mr. Speaker, hindi po consistent ang OVP sa kanyang reasoning when it comes to deciding which projects will be continued, which projects will be implemented, at alin naman ang mga bagong gagawin pa ng OVP. Mr. Speaker, on satellite offices, can the sponsor confirm na immediately nag-establish ang OVP ng satellite offices without enough equipment to operate ang mga offices na ito, Mr. Speaker, kaya nag-purchase ng property, plant and equipment, and semi-expendable property totaling 668,197 pesos and 20 cents.
Mr. Speaker, may I request for a few minutes recess to check the data of what His Honor is asking?
Session suspended.
May I ask from His Honor if he's referring to the actual establishment of the physical space of the satellite offices?
Mr. Speaker, ang tinutukoy po natin ay ang nasa COA report po, Mr. Speaker. Concerned ang COA sa hindi pagsunod ng Office of the Vice President sa Republic Act number 9184 o ang Government Procurement Reform Act.
Sir Speaker, Your Honor, the OVP is in strict adherence to Republic Act 9184. And as to the practice of procurement through reimbursement, the Office of the Vice President has already stopped this practice and is now adhering to RA 9184. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, that is not consistent with what is really pointed out by COA. Mr. Speaker, ang sabi po ng COA, there was non-adherence to standard procurement procedures such as the conduct of competitive bidding or other accepted alternative modes of procurement. Mr. Speaker, malinaw po ang sinabi ng COA, hindi po sinunod ang RA 9184. Kaya Mr. Speaker, ang sabi din po ng ating sponsor, okay, sige, sa susunod po, tayo ay magiging faithful na sa RA 9184. Which means, Mr. Speaker, indirectly, ina-admit na hindi talaga sinunod. Nagbadali po na itayo ang mga satellite offices, bumili ng mga property and equipment na hindi sinusunod ang batas. Mr. Speaker, concerned po tayo doon kasi second highest official po natin, ang tingin po ay beyond or above po sa batas. hindi po ito magandang modelo, Mr. Speaker, sa ating mga kabataan. So ano po ang komento doon ng ating sponsor?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, I think His Honor is referring to COA AOM. And for emphasis, the AOM or Audit Observation Memorandum issued by COA is part of audit process, and its preliminary issuance to clarify certain matters and to require comments or submission of documentary and other information requirements. Again, it's preliminary and can be rectified by agency concerned. And the OVP has been strictly adhering to the comment of the COA's AOM. Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, ang response po ng OVP sa AOM ng COA, and I quote, "Moving forward, all transactions pertaining to procurement of PPE o ang property and equipment and semi-expendable property for satellite offices will be processed following the guidelines under RA number 9184 accordingly." So Mr. Speaker, ibig sabihin, ang pinapangako na ay susunod sa batas after ma-point out ng COA. Pero Mr. Speaker, kung hindi pala ito na-point out, pwede pa na sa mga susunod pa after nung naging pagkakamali ng OVP, mangyari yun ulit, Mr. Speaker. Kaya hindi po pwedeng ganon. Dapat lahat po ng mga opisyal ng gobyerno, ang mga pinaghihirapan po nating batas dito, pinag-uusapan natin, pinagdedebatihan, kahit po ano pang outcome niyan, sundin po ng lahat ng mga opisyal at hindi po exemption, hindi po special ang Vice President, Mr. Speaker. Next topic, Mr. Speaker. Sige, ito na po, confidential funds. Simulan po muna natin ang proposal for 2024. Since House leaders have already had a position na dapat, at least, no, while ako of course, basta po confidential o intelligence fund yan, mataas talaga ang ating pamantayan and very vigilant tayo dyan. Pero granted, Mr. Speaker, na kapag may confidential or intelligence fund, gagamitin lang siya for the defense of our territory, para sa national territory natin, Mr. Speaker. Ang confidential fund ba ng OVP, as proposed for 2024, is this to defend the West Philippine Sea?
Sir Speaker, Your Honor. The Office of the Vice President, in its request and proposal for another confidential fund for calendar year 2024, is consistent with its reason in requesting the said fund since last year, which is which aims to use the fund for the safe implementation of its programs and activities. And through its office, the OVP aims to bring its programs to other areas, and with a vision to target poverty reduction and threats to peace and order and achieve sustainable development. And in support of these goals, surveillance activities will be undertaken to assess security threats and ensure successful implementation of the project. Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Mr. Speaker, from that long response, ang makuha po natin doon, hindi. Hindi po in line sa intent ng House ang proposal ng OVP na manghingi ng confidential fund for 2024. Kasi Mr. Speaker, ang mga binabanggit na programs, Medical and Burial Assistance Program, Food Assistance, Libreng Sakay, Magnegosyo Taday. Tingin ko, Mr. Speaker, wala naman dong directly related sa defense ng West Philippine Sea, Mr. Speaker. Kaya I think it would be prudent for the House to reject the proposal of the OVP for confidential fund, Mr. Speaker. Kasunod,
Mr.
Mr.
Speaker,
Speaker.
Your Honor, if I may interject, for the record, confidential fund is not only used for the West Philippine Sea. It is used for monitoring and surveillance of whatever programs of the Office of the Vice President. And to make a point, the Office of the Vice President is not just as spare tire of the president, but is part of the making body of the president, and with the desire of the office of the vice president to propose policies that are data-driven. Information from the ground are very vital, Mr. Speaker.
Sige. Mr. Speaker, mamaya babalikan natin yan kung sobrang justified ba talaga ang confidential fund ng OVP for its programs. Pero Mr. Speaker, malinaw at this point na it seems that our sponsor is diverging from the intent of the leaders of the House na wag na pong bigyan ng confidential fund ang mga ahensya, lalo na kung hindi naman related sa defense ng ating national sovereignty ang kanilang proposal para gamitin ang confidential fund, Mr. Speaker.
Mr.
Now-
Speaker, if I may interject, this representation did not mention that we do not consider the issue in West Philippine Sea as an activity where confidential fund is used. But what I was saying is that it is not solely for the West Philippine Sea, and other use of confidential fund is not limited to West Philippine Sea, but also includes surveillance and monitoring that is affecting the national security of the country. Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Mr. Speaker, nabanggit na nga po natin na meron ng intent ang House leader sa granted na may mga bibigyan ng confidential or intelligence fund, saan lang ba dapat? Pero Mr. Speaker, nag-i-insist pa rin ang OVP na dapat bigyan po sila. Mr. Speaker, meron po bang mga libreng sakay na gagawin natin sa West Philippine Sea o sa mga contested na mga isla? Tingin po natin, Mr. Speaker, wala naman eh. Kaya Mr. Speaker, still, hindi talaga justified na mabigyan ng confidential fund ang OVP. So sana po ay makinig. Kasi po, Mr. Speaker, nabanggit na rin naman ng OVP sa Senado, hindi naman pala urgent ang request for confidential fund. They can live without confidential fund, Mr. Speaker. Pero ngayon, it seems na kumakapit pa rin hanggat kaya ang OVP doon sa confidential fund na proposal for 2024. Kaya Mr. Speaker, para matasa natin kung okay ba ang proposal for next year, check po natin yung ngayon, Mr. Speaker. For 2023, nakapagpasa ba ng accomplishment report ang OVP quarterly sa atin, sa House of Representatives, regarding the outputs ng paggamit ng confidential fund?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have already answered that earlier.
So, Mr. Speaker, ibig sabihin po para sa libreng sakay, kailangan po ng confidential fund para magamit po ang funds for the Libreng Sakay program effectively. Paano po yun, Mr. Speaker? Ang mga sumasakay ba, ini-screen yan kung mga former rebels sila o mga lawless elements sila? Ganun po ba, Mr. Speaker?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, the proposal for confidential fund is not for the implementation of Libreng Sakay, but for its monitoring and surveillance, because the OVP aims to bring its programs to other areas with a vision to target poverty reduction, threats to peace and order. And therefore, again, it's not directly used for the implementation of Libreng Sakay, but it is used for assessment, surveillance of the implementation of the program. Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Mr. Speaker, yan din po ang sinasabi ng ibang mga ahensya. Halimbawa po ang mga nagkakonduct ng mga assistance programs, tapos mismo, Mr. Speaker, ang mga intelligence agencies. So kung yan po ang natitirang rason ng OVP to justify confidential funds, again, redundant talaga, Mr. Speaker. Tapos sobrang inefficient, Mr. Speaker, na para magawa ang mga programang ito, kailangan ng napakalaking confidential fund. Nasa 20%, Mr. Speaker, ng pondo para sa good governance projects ay confidential. Mr. Speaker, napakaraming mga kababayan natin nangangailangan ng assistance. Kahit po hindi tayo gumamit ng confidential fund to identify sino-sino ang nangangailangan, alam po nating lahat dito sa ating mga distrito, sa ating mga constituents, sino ang mga dapat bigyan. Kaya Mr. Speaker, kung makakakuha tayo ng kopya ng accomplishment report, sana po, no, kung proud naman ng OVP, paano ginamit ang accomplishment at yung confidential fund nito, Mr. Speaker, edi we dare the OVP, ilabas po ang accomplishment report. Hindi pa nga po natin hinihingi yung exact na paggamit ng confidential fund. Kahit accomplishment report na lang po, Mr. Speaker, na naging effective ang Libre Sakay program, ang Magnegosyo Taday program, naging effective ito dahil sa confidential fund. Would the OVP provide us copies of the accomplishment reports?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, the OVP would be very willing to submit and give the accomplishment report of the programs of the Office of the Vice President, which includes the Libreng Sakay program that has been mentioned by His Honor.
Sige, Mr. Speaker, dapat po sa accomplishment report reflected doon. Ano ang naging value ng confidential fund? Ano ang diferensya kung may confidential fund o wala? Kasi Mr. Speaker, as it seems, it actually won't make a big difference, Mr. Speaker, lalo kung ang daming mamamayan nangangailangan. Kung yung 500 million po, baka, Mr. Speaker, makumbinsi pa ako. Kung yung 500 million, dinagdag po yan talaga for the medical assistance o for burial assistance, Mr. Speaker. Pero kung hiwalay pa siya, hindi naman transparent paano ginamit, then, Mr. Speaker, our doubts will linger. Now, Mr. Speaker, ito po, we started with 2024, 2023, ito na po, 2022 confidential funds. Mr. Speaker, balikan lang po nating lahat. When we say confidential funds, confidential, this comes from the Latin word, confidentia. From, ang root pa nun, confidere, which means to have full trust or reliance. Mr. Speaker, ang pagiging confidential, hindi po yan nakabatay sa pagiging sikreto nito. It is based on how some group trusts kung sino yung taong pagbibigyan ng confidential funds, Mr. Speaker. Kaya, we remind the OVP, Mr. Speaker, na hindi siya entitled sa confidential funds kung self-entitlement lang ang batayan, Mr. Speaker. The entitlement must come from express allocation by Congress, Mr. Speaker. Hindi iilang tao lang. Ang confidence na yan, Mr. Speaker, dapat manggaling sa mamamayan, through their delegates, through us, Mr. Speaker, tayo sa Kongreso. Kaya, Mr. Speaker, gina-justify ang paggamit ng confidential fund dahil ito naman daw ay galing sa contingent fund. Mr. Speaker, sa provisions for contingent fund, ano ba dyan ang mga examples ng pwedeng paggamitan ng contingent fund?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, first, thank you for the short lecture on the definition of confidential fund. And I respect that opinion of His Honor. While the question on contingent fund lies on the office of the DBM in terms of its technicality, for purposes of presentation, allow me to read the definition of contingent fund. Contingent fund covers the funding requirements of new or urgent activities or projects of national government agencies, GOCCs, and LGUs that need to be implemented or paid during the year, such as, but not limited to the following: legal obligation of the government arising from final and executory decisions of competent authorities, such as compromise agreements, arbitral awards, mediation settlement agreement, and professional services in connection thereto. Second, requirements of newly created offices. And third, deficiencies in the appropriations for local and external travels of the President of the Philippines. Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
With that, Mr. Speaker, sa tatlong nabanggit na examples, meron po ba diyang confidential?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, the Office of the Vice President has requested through the Department of Budget and Management for a fund, a confidential fund, as to the question of whether or not nakasakop ba ito sa definition ng contingent fund. I think it is under the turf of the DBM to answer the technical question of His Honor.
Mr. Speaker, lawmakers po tayo. We have the capacity to try to understand what is written, especially that the General Appropriations Act, ito pong national budget, Mr. Speaker, ang special provision on contingent fund, tayo din naman ang nag-approve nito sa Kongreso, Mr. Speaker. So, simple lang naman po ang tanong, Mr. Speaker. Sa tatlong examples, meron po ba diyang confidential?
Sir Speaker, Your Honor, allow me to refer His Honor to the letter of the Secretary of the Department of Management.
Mr. Speaker,
to the
dahil po
Committee on
kulang na po ang
Appropriation.
time ko, allow me. Ako na lang
Because
po
it
supply
says
ng
in the
sagot,
letter,
Mr. Speaker.
the contingent fund is precisely to cover the funding requirements of new or urgent projects that need to be implemented during the year. And the Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management saw it necessary for the Office of Vice President to be granted the contingent fund as it is qualified to receive such.
Mr. Speaker, sige po. Though ito po address sa DBM. Grabe naman po ang DBM, Mr. Speaker. Kinaya po nilang maghanap ng funding source para dun sa confidential fund. Pero PGH, Mr. Speaker, ang capital outlay zero, hindi po mahanapan ng pang capital outlay, Mr. Speaker. Pangalawa, Mr. Speaker, sa tatlong examples ng pwedeng paggamitan ng contingent fund, wala po doon ni isa, Mr. Speaker, ay confidential. Ang mga allocation for execution of decisions, number 1. Number 2, requirements of newly created offices. And number 3, deficiencies for travels of the President. Lahat po nun, Mr. Speaker, auditable. Mr. Speaker, when we consulted ang mga legal experts natin, kapag po nagsusulat ng batas, kung yung mga examples ay nakalatag naman at meron tayong gustong i-introduce na bagong pwedeng paggamitan, dapat, Mr. Speaker, consistent. Kung walang confidential sa mga examples, hindi pwedeng magsingi tayo doon ng confidential, Mr. Speaker. It's like pupunta ka ng pet shop na para sa mga aso. Iba-ibang breed ng aso nandyan, basta aso. Hindi ka pwede maghanap dyan ng pusa, Mr. Speaker. Iba po ang nature ng confidential fund. Contingent funds are supposed to be auditable. Ang confidential fund, hirap na nga po tayo na ma-audit ito, Mr. Speaker. Kaya, mahina din talaga ang batayan na magkaroon ng confidential fund ang OVP noong 2022, Mr. Speaker. Kaya, liban sa hindi naman talaga entitled ang OVP for that confidential fund, paano din ba talaga ito ginamit, Mr. Speaker? Let's end now with mental gymnastics, Mr. Speaker, to justify the use of contingent fund for confidential fund. So sige po, ito na lang kung mapapatunayang nagamit po ito ng maayos. Di ba po, cash ang confidential fund. So ibig sabihin po, ito po, nahanap natin ang activities ng OVP from December 13 to December 31. Mr. Speaker, December 13, 2022, Vice President visits Pinaglabanan Elementary School. Can the OVP confirm?
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, at this point, we do not have a copy of the scheduler of the Vice President, but we will be glad to confirm that later with His Honor.
Mr. Speaker, yung OVP po walang kopya or record ng sarili niyang mga activities, Mr. Speaker. Galing din po ito sa OVP website, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, we humbly request for extra time to get a copy so that we will be able to submit accurate date and information of the activity requested by His Honor.
Sige, ito na lang, Mr. Speaker, para mas malapit sa VP natin. December 25, Families Traditional Christmas Gift-Giving Activity for the Dabaweños.
Again, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, we will give you an accurate data, complete data of the activities conducted by the Office of the President. Vice
Mr.
President.
Speaker, can't the OVP check its own website now to confirm?
In the interest of time, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, maybe we can continue with the deliberation while the Office of the Vice President are checking.
Mr.
on the-
Speaker, ako na po in behalf of the sponsor, can we suspend session para po ma-check nila?
Is there a motion to suspend the session?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, point of order, please. Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the session for a while.
Talking about activities December 13 to 31.
Yes, just to emphasize, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, that since July of 2022 up to August 2023, the Office of the Vice President has a total 558 engagements all over the country. And the question is to confirm the report given by His Honor. I think he is referring to the schedules here. Some of these dates that His Honor is asking was from the published news and other Facebook pages. If these are seen on Facebook, that the President is on these several occasions, then that is confirmed that the Vice President is on these occasions.
So, Mr. Speaker, halimbawa, noong December 17, 2022, the Vice President met with urban poor residents, tricycle drivers, online app riders, and PWDs. So, para po ma-secure ang meet-up na ito, Mr. Speaker, at maprotektahan ang Vice Presidente, gumamit po ng cold cash na 11.363636 million pesos para matiyak po na maging successful ang ganitong activity, Mr. Speaker. Ganun po ba?
No, Mr. Speaker.
So, Mr. Speaker, kasi yun na nga ang lumitaw, Mr. Speaker, na nagamit within that time period ang 125 million. At ang sabi na nga po ay para protektahan ang VP kapag ginagawa ang ganitong mga aktibidad. So, ibig sabihin, Mr. Speaker, ganun ang implication. In cold cash, binigay sa OVP ang 11.363636 million, tapos ginastos for this event to push through.
Sir Speaker, Your Honor, the utilization of the confidential fund is not limited only on the actual engagement of the Vice President, and it's not through a cash implementation. It's not through the use of cash in the actual activity of the Vice President. Again, it also, the disbursement, the utilization of the confidential fund also involves monitoring and surveillance prior to the actual activity
Sige,
of the
Mr.
Vice
Speaker.
President. Mr.
So prior, so ibig sabihin po, kahit hindi po December 17 to prepare for that event, days before. Sa mga days before po, 11.3636 million days before, ginamit per day para maging successful ang December 17 meet-up with urban poor residents, drivers.
Again, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, for emphasis, the confidential fund is not used for the actual activity of the meet-up of
Yun
the
nga
Vice
po, kaya before, Mr. Speaker, 11 million pesos per day before December 17, ginamit para
When I
maging
say
successful.
prior, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, that is not a day before or 2 days before, but that includes the laying down of plan, the implementation of the plans laid out prior to the release
Representative
of
Manuel.
the funds, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor.
Sige,
Your time-
Mr. Speaker.
your time
So,
is up.
days prior. So, sige, ang last activity po, December 31. OVP sent relief assistance to the victims of
Representative
December
Manuel.
23 fire in Tagbilaran. Meaning, Mr. Speaker, 11 million pesos per day leading to December 31 ginamit para maging
Majority Leader.
successful to.
Point of
Mr.
order.
Speaker, baka mas malaki
suspended.
pa ang ginastos dito kaysa sa financial.
You have 30 seconds to wrap up.
Thank you,
Please
Mr.
proceed.
Speaker. Patunay po ito, Mr. Speaker, na mas malaki pa ang ginastos sa pag-protect sa Vice President kaysa mismo mga assistance programs, Mr. Speaker. Short change dito ang mamamayan. Hindi po ito katanggap-tanggap, Mr. Speaker. Kaya naman dapat talaga mawala na ang confidential funds ng OVP, Mr. Speaker. Niloloko ang mga beneficiaries, Mr. Speaker, ang mga victims, ang mga drivers, and PWD. Mr. Speaker, arguments to defend the confidential funds of OVP para po yung isda, naghihingalo, gasping for air. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the assumption of His Honor is inaccurate for the record, Mr. Speaker.